Captain Rick Croson, Living Waters Guide Service. I pull a lot of Fathom lures in the Gulf Stream, and I fish off a center console. So they enable me to really target a lot of different meat fish, tunas, wahoos, mahis, and I'm just going to go over some of these great lures and go over some of where the position would be the best to catch the targeted species in your area. This is a same old roll small, and it has a nice flat face. It's a very small, compact lure. It's cut relatively short, and what that allows you to do is put it in a lot of positions. Okay, that flat face. Now, if you're looking at my chart, I like to pull it off of a rigger. Okay, the importance of having it off a rigger is that the line angle takes that face and tries to keep it up out of the water. The flat part of that face brings it back and makes it come back down into the water. It gives a beautiful 4 to 6 second motion, and it really attracts all kinds of species. It looks like a flying fish kind of coming back down in the water. It looks like a little mackerel skittering on top. It doesn't pull very hard. This works great with 30-pound class tackle and up. Okay, and this is rigged on a single hook, stiff rig. Fantastic for all kinds of meat fish. Like I said, I pull it off an outrigger primarily, but if you don't have outriggers, you can still pull it just in the higher positions so your rod tips are high, gets that line up out of the water. You can even pull it on a flat line, say going anywhere from 5 to 8 knots. Just want to make sure that you don't pin the line down. Make sure the line's coming off the rod tip. That way that lure is being forced up and the water pressure is keeping it in the water. Fantastic all-around lure. Definitely recommend this in your spread. Two other lures that I really like to pull a lot in my spread. Double O, small, B-Jack Bullet. These are cone-shaped lures. They have a really straight, flat appearance. They don't do a lot of out-of-the-water motion. What I mean by that is they're not created to come out of the water and get air. They're meant to stay in the water and do a nice, smooth, rhythmic swim. This one in particular, I like to pull on my planer rod, or if I'm using trolling leads, I like to pull this behind the trolling lead. It's a lighter lure, and underwater, especially under planer, as your planer's kind of vibrating a little bit, this lure will kind of have a little kick to it. Fantastic wahoo bait, caught a lot of tunas on it. This B-Jack Bullet, kind of the same thing, except for it's a little heavier lure. You can run it long. You can run both of these long by themselves, but wherever you pull this, you want to have the line angle down low. You want it to stay in the water. You don't want to see it, and that way, if you ever do see it, you know something's wrong with it. You have grass on it, or there's something fouled in your line. Fantastic lures, like I say, not a whole lot of action above the water. You want to leave them under the surface doing their thing. This is a locomotion, and it is a fantastic lure, but it's very specific. It needs a little bit of line angle, not much. It's got a little angle on the face and it's flat. Okay, so what this lure does best is if you have it on a long rigger, just a little bit of line angle on it. It'll come up and it'll sip a little air and go right back down, and it runs a long period, so it's 8 to 10 seconds. You want to see it occasionally, but you don't want to see it very often. Again, it's a very smooth lure, very thin, does a needlefish profile, it does a ballyhoo style profile, excellent tuna lure, caught everything on it, but it kind of targets those really thin needlefish patterns. The other two lures, this is a Kill Devil Cup, and it is the only cupped lure we have on the table. And by cupped, I mean the face on it is not just flat. It actually has a big concave in it. So this is designed to make a lot of commotion. It's designed to stay out of the water as much as it is to be in the water. So, short rigger, long rigger, as long as your long riggers are shorter or closer to the boat and you have a lot of line angle on them. You can run them off your rod tips too and run them really close to the boat. This lure is meant to work as a bunch of things, okay? Mainly, it's meant to create a whole lot of commotion. Some days they want a lot of commotion and you'll get bit on this lure more than anything else. Some days they just use it as a teaser, okay? So what I mean by that is I have a hook in it and it's a lure and I'm working it like a lure, but it's out there, it gains their attention, and they come up and they eat the same old roll, or they eat the B-Jack Bullet. Typically you pull a lure like this closer to the boat. You want it to be kind of the next thing past your whitewater is this, and you want it to be splashing and making a lot of commotion. 2 to 3 second period in the water. Out of the water, it's going to create a huge bubble plume and suck it down, and then it's going to come right back up. So you want to see this one a lot. Never get it back far enough in your spread where you can't see it. And this is an El Nino Loco, and it's the only angled face flat that we have in this small series, and it's designed to not create a bubble trail like a traditional flat face. It's meant to spray water. Okay, so it's meant to grab some air, but spray off the sides and come back in the water very smoothly. It's not meant to wobble in that air pocket. It's meant to come up, spray, come right back down. It's a nice rhythmic 6-7 second lure. Fantastic as far as short riggers and long riggers. Again, just a little bit of line angle to keep it up, but not much. Not as drastic as the other cupped face one, or the cup face one, or the flat face lures. All right, guys, thanks for your time. Again, my name is Captain Rick Cresson with Living Waters Guide, and you can find me for more information or questions. Contact me at livingwatersguide.com.